So this begins our second adventure. Going to a place called Crystal Grove. It's in St. Johnsville. It's one of the mining places, but they have a nice campground away from the mining. So it should be good. It's about an hour drive, maybe a little less. And we're about to go here in a few minutes. I got to just load up the doggers and hit the road. So this is our campsite. It's pretty big. Jeep. I parked kind of back by the creek because I thought that would be cool. May regret that. But here it goes over. Here was our picnic table, and I got a bunch of firewood. I bought some from here, $7 a bundle. So I think that'll last me pretty good for tonight and tomorrow night. It's gonna be hot during the day. Probably in the 50s at night. But here's the whole campsite. There's a neighbor over there. It's very quiet. And this neighbor's, no one's here yet, at least. But it looked like there were at least 10 people coming tonight. And you know, when I checked in, there were a lot of people signed up to show up today. And with the weather, there's no way no one's not coming. It's really nice. It's really kind of summer-like for middle of May. So here's the creek. I don't know if you can hear it babbling. It's going on like I'm kind of babbling now too, so we go together. There's the creek. It goes up here. Hi guys, so we're here, we're at camp. Kind of settled it in pretty good. We haven't eaten dinner yet, but the dogs are all settled in, chilling out. I forgot a lot of stuff. I don't have my tripod, I don't have my gimbal, so, well, I got the gimbal, but for some reason, iOS deleted off my phone. That must have gotten close on disk space. So I can't play with that. No cell reception here at all. They said they had some Wi-Fi up by the store, but I'm like the furthest point away from there. And I want to leave the dogs. So I guess we'll just have to do with it what we have. But we're camped right by a creek. It's really nice. There are some bugs. We're giving the thermocell a test. I don't know how good it's doing. I also just put on some off. It's buggy, but I don't think they're biting. They're like just annoying. So could be worse. Here's the back of camp. The Jeep's here. We got our trasheroo where we put our trash. We are getting some sunlight here, so hopefully be able to power up the Jackery a little bit, even though all weekend there's enough power to run the fridge all weekend. Then here's where we're gonna sleep. We got the cot over there. We'll sleep on that. The dogs are just chilling because they've kind of had a long day. They get very excited and they just want to chill. So they got some water in there, and it's kind of pleasant right now. It was really kind of hot when we first got here. Got here 2 hours ago. So that's it. I'm gonna, on that table, cook dinner. I'm just having some burgers tonight. I brought potato chips, but I ate the bag almost before I came camping, so I don't have many chips left. Oh well. So here we are. I'm cooking dinner. 2 burgers on a nice pan made in Tennessee. Got what we call them. And I'm trying to toast the buns on the other burner with one of those things you can make toast with. I remember as a kid we had that. So I had to get them. That was made in China though. And it doesn't seem to be working so hot. They don't seem to be toasting. It's been there quite a few minutes. I don't know, get what you pay for. But this is my Coleman stove from 1968 with the propane attachment here, which allows it to use either propane or Originally the white gas. Propane's a little bit more convenient. Also, I have a Utica Club beer. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's made in central New York. It was the first beer sold in the United States after Prohibition. Very good, very good. They had political connections. So, about to eat my burgers. The Chinese toaster didn't really work. I kind of just dried out the buns. So instead of fresh and moist and creamy and all that good stuff, they're kind of dry and crispy. Eh. Tastes good though. Yes, they taste good. Hi, so we're here. Just ate the burgers. They were really good. Buns weren't toasted though. Anyway, I had mentioned earlier a thing called a thermocell. In case you haven't heard of what that is, it's kind of like an electronic mosquito bug repellent. And the way it works is it runs on butane, and it burns the butane to heat up this filter. I don't want to call it, it's not really a filter, but this little sheet that has the chemical in it. As that heats, it gives off a chemical. It's not as strong smelling as like a citronella candle. It's subtle, and I'm a little bit confused because I also put some off on me. So I don't know if I'm smelling the off or the thermocell. Well, anyways, here it is. This was $20 on Amazon, and I don't know. It seems to be working pretty good. I'm right here by the creek, and there are a lot of bugs, like gnatty bugs. I don't think I'm really getting bit up, but they were kind of annoying. But earlier when I was setting up and sweating, and it was kind of yucky. So far so good. So I'm gonna make a fire. This is a Friday night, and we got tomorrow night. We go home on Sunday morning. I got a lot of firewood, and it's cooling off a little bit. It's probably in the 70s now, I would say. Like I said, I have no cell connection here, and I have a thermometer, and it's not in my gear. I don't know what happened to it. I can't find it to tell you what the real temperature is. But the forecast was high 80s today, and then overnight it was going to get down to 55, and we're going to be sleeping in the screen room because I have a Coleman cot. We're not sleeping in the Jeep. I decided to try this, see how this would be, and this camera's really shaking. I'm sorry about that. And the reason why I'm telling you this is I'm going to make a fire, and I would have recorded the whole thing of me doing it, but I forgot the tripod, so I can't make a fire, and I'll drop the phone and it'll start burning up. It won't be good. So I'll get it going and show you how it's going after. All right, catch you in a few. So here are the dogs, just chilling. Snicky drinking a little bit. Jack just sitting there relaxing. They just seem to be enjoying the fresh air. I've taken them for a couple walks. Can't just let them go like AB Camping can let Brucey go. But I think they're enjoying themselves. They're having fun, I think. So I got the dishes done. The fire started. Just relaxing here. The dogs, took them out for a pee, so they're happy. They're just chilling in the screen room. I'm having a fire here. It's a pretty nice place. I kind of like it. It's a little bit sunnier than I thought from the video. It must be because it's early spring. Maybe they did the video that's on the website. They may have done it, later, like July, where all the leaves were out. But this is good because I think I'll be able to get some charging in on the Jackery tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know how the sun goes by and when will be the best time, but when I first got here at 3:30, there was a great spot right behind the Jeep. But the Jackery was at 98% when we left, because I had charged, it was running the fridge for an hour or so before we left. So it used a couple percentages, but when we got here, because as I drove, I charged it with the Jeep and it was back to 100%. So it should be fine, you know, even for the whole weekend. But it'd be nice if tomorrow, by the time we go to bed, that'll be back to 100%. That'd be very cool. All right, well, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the fire, and I'm gonna have another Utica Club. It's a fine beer. Pretty much everybody who's gonna watch this video is from Utica, so they know what it is. So Jack getting to explore a little bit. He's at the end of his leash though. All animals must be on leashes at all times, no exceptions. So he's having fun. I think I'll pee on the wood. You gonna pee on the wood, Jack? No, he's just sniffing. He's just sniffing. Jack, stay, that's hot. Be careful, hot, hot. Well, it's getting pretty late. It's pretty near close to 8 o'clock. Gonna listen to the baseball game and burn a little bit more wood. A couple more people showed up, so that's kind of cool. Jack's been good. He's barked a few times, but he's been good. He's learning no bark. So I'm just gonna listen to some baseball, watch a little fire. Bugs are getting a little worse. I probably might go in the screen room and listen to the game in there. Let this fire burn down. Other than that, probably see you in the morning. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Snicky without a leash. He doesn't go very far or fast these days, so it's not bad. Snicky, Snick, buddy. He doesn't want to look. He's too interested in that stuff. It's not poison ivy or anything. I don't know what it looks like. Okay, we decided to kind of hit the hay. The phone makes it look brighter than it really is. It's about 8:30. I usually go to bed at 9. I know, boring, but I'm gonna listen to the baseball game and hang out with the doggers on the Coleman cot in the screen room. The bugs never really got too bad. Those stuff with Thermacell and off worked. Wasn't bad at all. I don't think I got bit once. So it looks like on our end of the campsite, we're gonna get a little bit of sun today. Right now, sun's a little bit behind a cloud, but what the heck? Any sun you can get to charge up the battery, good thing. So over here, here's our fridge and our Jackery that powers it. It has been running and powering it for 17 hours or so. And the battery level's down to 76%. I don't know if you could see that. It's drawing, because the refrigerator right now, the compressor is on. So it's drawing 31 watts. And we have the solar panel hooked in. It's only bringing in 7 watts now. If normally in my previous testing, if that's getting good sun without cloud coverage, that should do about 80 watts input. So the refrigerator will eventually, when the compressor goes off, it only draws 2 or 3 watts. So even if we're putting 7 watts in and it's drawing 2 to 3, we're getting ahead of the game. You know, we're adding more power while using less. So, and also the jack recharged the phone and my watch overnight too, so that used some energy too. It's not just the fridge it charged. So, well, we're getting a little bit more sun. We're up to 13 watts. So we'll see if we can get this, you know, if we get good sun for the next 4 or 5 hours, that we could probably get it up back to 90%. Fun. Jack going for a little bit of a walk. Just gotta find things to pee on. Because they always want to go where you don't want them to go. Like down in the creek. Here's an interesting tidbit. I don't know if you can see that. You can see by the banks, yeah, this water is a lot higher sometimes. Probably when spring, if we get a lot of rain. Oh, there's Jack. There's Jack. He's definitely got to be on a leash because he'll chase a squirrel or whatever. He sees something. Oh, he sees something now. What's he see? A lot of bird noises around here. There were some honking geese earlier. That was right at sunup. They were flying over. Honk, honk. Just taking a little stroll. Actually trying to go up and get some Wi-Fi. See if the Yankees play today, but I don't know what time. So if I can find out what time, then I can just turn it on when the game's on instead of checking it every hour. They're in Chicago, so it's either going to be 2:15, 4:15, or 8:15. Something like that. Let's see, we're almost... Wi-Fi is only in the store. So if I get close to the store, I should be able to pick it up. The wood here was pretty cheap. It was $7 for a bundle. You got more than, you know, that's what it costs at the local stores. And you got about twice as much. So it's a good deal. Good deal. Here's the store. Over here. Okay, let me check Wi-Fi. The screen room is getting a little bit warm because that sun is kind of hitting it on that side. So we brought the doggers out. We'll try this experiment. Usually Jack he's a Houdini and he'll be off. So I gotta keep an eye on him. Snick will be good. Snick will be good. Yeah. Hey, Jackson. Jackson. Snickers. They're command dogs, by the way. There's a cardinal over there. He's really tiny. So I don't know if you see him. I kind of like right in the middle of the screen. Oh, now he's moving toward that tree. Oh. He's way out. He's supposed to be in Missouri, right? Oh, he went behind the tree. Bye, cardinal. I was looking for something else, so I found my thermometer. It's usually how it works. So here we are, middle of May, Central New York, 84.7 degrees in the shade. So me and the doggers are gonna have some steak for lunch. Gotta get going on that. Okay, we put the steak on. The boneless ribeye, I think. Forgot now. Maybe sirloin. It's boneless no matter what. So me and the dog are gonna chow on it pretty good. Love that sizzle. Love that sizzle. Oh, and the remaining chips left, but I got to still bring onto the trip. I don't know, they're pretty good. Jack likes them too. We have an update on the temperature and humidity. I had just taken it out of the box, so it was hotter. So it's actually, after about 10 minutes, 79 degrees and a humidity of 50%. And look at that happy face by him. Can't get better than that. They're trying to cook it slow, but it's kind of hard. Gotta lower so I can get the propane. I have another griddle steak fryer thing I could have brought instead of this, but it's just another thing to fit in the Jeep. And so this is gonna take a while. It's a pretty thick piece of steak. It looks and smells good. Is that a cigar? A Brucey cigar? He walks away, of course. This morning at 8:30 we had 74% battery left. Using the panel, we now have 80. And earlier, when I saw it, it was 81. At this point, it's pretty late in the day and the cloud cover has come in. And here's the thing, I had never tested this before, but the refrigerator being in the Jeep seems the compressor's on a lot more because it's just hot in there compared to when I did these tests at home when it was just in my living room. So that's a consideration if you are thinking of doing this. The conditions of the refrigerator make a difference in how long it's going to run and that compressor is going to run. So I would say if I had done this test at home, we'd be close to 100% of the battery. Yeah, maybe closer to 90. But it was a fun test, and it's time to chill out for now. Hey, so Kim and Dave left. They were here this afternoon for a couple hours, which was really fun. And as we're saying, hey, we might get some thunderstorms as they were leaving, and it was beautiful. There's nothing, it was great. 15 minutes later, now it's getting a little blustery. So it'll be fun. See what happens. Jack hates thunderstorms. So, but we're gonna see it out. Leave in the morning. We may not get anything. It's just like a couple clouds and wind has picked up a little bit. Probably be fine. Yeah. Hello guys. So it's about 5:30 and it has begun to rain. Not sure you can hear that on the awning. But here's Jackson. Jackson, how you doing, buddy? You doing okay? Yeah, you are. How about you, Snicky? You doing good? It's just me. And it's just me. We're in the awning. Just looking at the creek. There is a possible thunderstorm starting, I guess, around now. But so far, it's just the rain. Got to close things down if it starts raining harder. This awning on this side, we've just taken it down. I think I should go zipper it up. Yeah, it's coming down pretty good. We'll see. We'll report back if it gets worse. Jack does not like thunderstorms. I'm not a big fan either. Snick never bothered Snicky. So, talk later. Okay guys, we survived our second trip. This one, Snick had a really hard time last night, so we were up most of the night. I couldn't get him to be happy. I don't know if he's got a stomach ache or something. But we're heading out of here. We're going home. We got up at dawn. We want to get home. So Dave and Kimmy came yesterday. That's why it was in the afternoon. That was kind of fun. Other than that, I guess time to go home.